Here's your wrestling news for February 6, 2023. And from the moment the White Rabbit vignettes began, fans were excited over the return of Bray Wyatt, and speculation ran rampant about what he would do. Those vignettes paid off with Wyatt's return at Extreme Rules, and now there's a new layer of intrigue in the relationship between Wyatt and the mysterious Uncle Howdy. The Uncle Howdy character is a reference to a persona from the early days of Wyatt's career, and it's considered by many to be a precursor to the immensely popular Fiend that fans first saw in 2019. Over time, the link between Uncle Howdy and Bray Wyatt has grown stronger, as the WWE Universe has seen Howdy as a symbol of Wyatt's inner turmoil. At a WWE live event in Columbus, Ohio last weekend, Wyatt made his entrance wearing the Uncle Howdy mask, fueling speculation about the link between himself and the dark character and how it has changed. Following his return at WWE's Extreme Rules, it appeared that Uncle Howdy was Bray Wyatt's nemesis, following Wyatt's repeated denials that he was the masked figure. In recent weeks, though, the pair have become something more resembling allies, and Howdy even did a huge dive onto LA Knight at the Royal Rumble following Wyatt's victory. On the latest SmackDown, it was indicated that Wyatt and Howdy are on the same page, and now the former Universal Champion has been spotted wearing the unidentified figure's mask. As Bray continues to evolve as a performer and character, the link between him and Uncle Howdy will likely continue to deepen, and this relationship will become even more central to Bray's overall persona. Uncle Howdy has encouraged Wyatt to embrace the darkness that exists in him, and from what we saw from Bray at the Royal Rumble, complete with his demonic UV light face paint, Howdy's encouragement is working. According to rumors, Bray Wyatt could clash with Uncle Howdy at WrestleMania 39, though it remains to be seen just how WWE booked the two personalities, given that they now appear to be allies if a match is indeed the plan. Do you want to see Wyatt versus Howdy at WrestleMania, and who do you want to see win? Let us know in the comments. It was at the Rumble that Jey Uso walked out of the Bloodline after refusing to attack the former member, Sami Zayn. As seen on the latest SmackDown, Zayn's attempts to attack Reigns did not turn out well for him, but Jey was nowhere to be found. Speaking on Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer explained that WWE has a plan to use the old Freebird rule ahead of the Usos' upcoming title defense on the coming SmackDown. Braun Strowman and Ricochet have to wrestle the Usos next week, so that's a weird one, so maybe they can't keep Jey out. Maybe Solo, can they do that? I guess they sort of established that on Raw, the Adam Pearce thing. I know Jimmy and Solo did a dark match against Gallows and Anderson last night, so if they're giving them experience as a team, or at least one match as a team, perhaps that's where they'll go. Even if the plan is for Jimmy and Solo to defend the tag titles moving forward, don't expect a title match at Elimination Chamber, given Jimmy's DUI history making travel into Canada near impossible. As for Jey, it remains to be seen what the future holds for the established tag team superstar, and there's a ton of intrigue in what many have called the greatest storyline WWE has done in years. When a WWE superstar enters the ring, they know the risks they are putting their body under, and one person who's been having an especially painful time as of late is Sonya Deville. At the Rumble, Deville suffered a nasty cut above her eye, and now she's experienced another wound. At a WWE live event in Pensacola, a triple threat between Deville, Liv Morgan, and the SmackDown Women's Champion Charlotte Flair had to be stopped by the referee due to Deville suffering another nasty cut, which Deville showed off on social media. Luck hasn't been on Deville's side as of late, as she also recently lost a title match on SmackDown against Flair, who is now looking ahead to WrestleMania and Rhea Ripley. As for Deville, she spent a year out of the ring due to personal matters, and we can only hope that these series of gruesome injuries don't cause her to miss more in-ring time. One name who has missed plenty of in-ring time lately is Randy Orton, who hasn't competed since May due to a severe back injury. There are now some concerns that Orton's impressive wrestling career may already be finished, but the Legend Killer did recently resurface online. Orton was recently spotted helping out at Boone Center Inc. in Missouri and can be seen flexing his biceps with some very happy fans. WWE had initially planned on Orton being fully healed in time for SummerSlam 2022 in July, but that of course didn't happen. And with the Viper seemingly not factored into any WrestleMania 39 plans, it remains to be seen when, if ever, he steps into the ring again. Next month, WWE 2K23 will hit shelves, with fans excited to get the latest game in the 2K series that began in late 2013. Over the last few games, the WWE Universe mode has undergone several changes and has allowed players to create shows and superstars and battle through legends to win titles and accolades. It seems with each game, the Universe mode grants players more control to mode their version of gameplay, and when speaking to Screen Rant, WWE 2K23's creative director Lionel Jinks and associate gameplay producer Brian Williams discussed this year's Universe mode. With Universe, there's some huge improvements that we made there to help tell the story and give users even more control than they've already had, which is crazy to think about. You can have actions that you want certain superstars to perform before a match, like, okay, I want Bobby Lashley to shake hands with MVP before the match, but at the last second, I want him to just punch him. Like, those are actions that you can actually assign to that match and watch those cutscenes play out and see how that kind of dictates your rivalry. Lionel mentioned it earlier when he was talking about Universe, but I was playing with it. I was playing the game over the past weekend, and I even reached out to our Universe designer. Him and those guys have done a tremendous job on the Universe this year. The ability, because cutscenes have always been prevalent in the Universe and telling those stories within that mode. This year, having the ability to be that ultimate puppet master where, like Lionel described, being able to scroll through a list of available actions that you want your superstar to do, whether it's to be respectful at the start of the match or disrespectful at the end. Jinx added that the level of control players will have this year is something they're not expecting, and called the new layer of being able to set and direct certain actions a game changer fans should be excited to see. WWE 2K23 will not just be about Universe mode, but will also feature a showcase about John Cena and the debut of the much anticipated War Games match, and expect copies to fly off the shelves when the game releases next month. In 2010, Alex Riley debuted on Season 2 of the original NXT, and despite a strong start and being paired with The Miz, his career in the ring ultimately fell flat. Riley's first WWE match was on the April 28, 2016 edition of NXT when he faced a new superstar by the name of Shinsuke Nakamura, but he'll now be coming out of retirement to compete for the NWA. At the upcoming Nuff Said, Riley will make his NWA debut competing against fellow NXT alum EC3, and are you happy to see Riley back in the ring? Sound off in the comments. Now Cody Rhodes is finally back in the ring after missing 6 months of action, and the American Nightmare has wasted no time in getting on the live event circuit. At the aforementioned Columbus live event, Rhodes faced off against his old foe Seth Rollins, and the two weren't just violent, but also pretty messy. At one point, Rhodes threw a beer at the face of the Architect, who retaliated by smashing a water bottle onto Cody's head. In the end, Rhodes got the victory with the Crossroads, picking up momentum ahead of his biggest match of his career with Roman Reigns, though we hope both men had a thorough wash to get any beer out of their hair. On the final SmackDown of 2022, Charlotte Flair returned to WWE after over half a year away and dethroned Ronda Rousey to become the Women's Champion. It has been reported that WWE's initial plan was for Rousey to hold the title for many more months and defend the gold against Raquel Rodriguez at WrestleMania 39, but the company made a last-minute decision to put the title on Flair. It's now been confirmed that the Queen will be defending the title at WrestleMania against Women's Royal Rumble winner Rhea Ripley, but why exactly did WWE change plans? Well, it turns out that WWE did plan on a longer reign for Rousey, but she informed WWE that she now wants to be a women's tag team champion. WWE have decided to grant Rousey's request, and according to recent reports, the plan is for Rousey and Shayna Baszler to challenge Damage Control at WrestleMania 39. Rousey has had plenty of singles title reigns in WWE already, but now wants something different, and it goes to show how much faith that she has that WWE will do what she says, that she requested to be taken out of the SmackDown Women's title picture. Yesterday, we reported on WWE's new relationship with the Reality of Wrestling promotion, which will see Gold brand talent make appearances for Booker T's promotion. Given that WWE has infamously not played well with others, the deal has certainly been a surprise, but WWE's reasons may not be entirely altruistic. Speaking on Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer explained that Reality of Wrestling isn't the only name on WWE's radar, but they have their eye on similar deals with multiple indie promotions. Meltzer didn't name any of those other promotions, but they all have one thing in common: they've all provided talent to AEW. Clearly, WWE is trying to win over these smaller promotions to ultimately hurt AEW in a move that WWE used during the Monday Night Wars. In the 1990s, McMahon loaned ECW $500,000, and in return, Paul Heyman would give the WWF first dibs on signing talent set to leave the Extreme promotion. Reality of wrestling talent have appeared for AEW in the past, something WWE wants to stop, and what do you make to WWE's strategy? And will it ultimately pay off? It's been 2 months since Matt Riddle was taken out of action by an attack by Solo Sikoa, which in reality was just to write him off TV due to a wellness policy violation. Away from the ring, Riddle has completed rehab and has apparently been seeing multiple adult film actresses, and now the original Bro has a new look. On Twitter, Riddle shared a couple of selfies with his girlfriend Misha Montana, who he thanked for her support during his recovery, and also revealed his new grill in one of the pictures. Though fans have wondered if the controversy surrounding Riddle would affect his WWE career, the former US champion is advertised for next week's Raw in Brooklyn, New York. With multiple suspensions to his name, Riddle's future in WWE may not be as bright as it once was, but at least his teeth will be shining, thanks to his new grill. And we're ending today with Bayley, who once ran the NXT Women's division as the Hugger, but now the role model is returning to the Gold brand. Bayley will be on this week's show to host an edition of her show Ding Dong Hello, with her guests being Toxic Attraction. Jacy Jayne and Gigi Dolan haven't been on the same page as of late, and both lost to NXT Women's Champion Roxanne Perez in a triple threat match at Vengeance Day. And what do you expect to happen this week when Bayley makes her return to NXT?